Hey guys, welcome back to another Swift tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a text field in a navigation bar. So basically you might want a text field in a navigation bar simply because let's say you're just building a search feature, but you don't want the search bar to be sticking out of a navigation bar, so you have to implement a custom search feature. But all a search bar really is just a text field with a few extra features. But you might want it for some other reason, just might want to enter some data and not have text field take up space on the screen. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go add in a navigation controller, and I just like doing this, but if I go to the navigation the actual navigation controller root and I go to properties, and I'm just going to select standard and scroll edge. This just makes it look like it used to before iOS 15, and I just like that. So for the title, we're not going to see this, but just so we can see it in the storyboard, I'm just going to set it as a sample title. Okay, so once we've done that, we can actually create our text field. Now we have to create it through code, since if you try and just drag and drop it in, you'll see that you won't be able to actually add anything. So if you try and click on this text field, try to set the constraints, you'll see you won't be able to do anything. But yeah, so what you can do instead is you have to add it through code. Now to do that, it's pretty simple. First, let's create our text field, and equals UI text field, and we also have to create a frame to go with it. And the frame is pretty simple to create. All we do is set all of these to 0 except for the width and height. So for the width, we're just going to set it to self.navigationController .navigation bar .frame .size .width, so it's the same width, or you can set it a bit lower if you want to, if you also have bar buttons in your navigation bar. For height, what's this? Okay, and for height, you can just set this to how big you want it. So I'm just going to set this to 30, just so it's nice and simple. And let's just build it. What are these errors? Okay, let's just force unwrap it like that. Okay, so once you've got your text field here, we also want to give it the default style. So to do that, we just do border style is equal to rounded rect, and now we can just add this in. So to add it in, let's go to self.navigationItem.titleView is equal to text field, and now if we run this, we should see a text field appear in our title view. So once I do that, I'm going to show you guys how to actually get data from this text field and how to customize it. So you can see here's our text field. You can just type inside text field, and it just works like a normal text field. So we might also want to customize it a little bit. We can do text field.placeholder equals type in this text field. But the main thing you want to do is you'll probably want to get data from this text field, otherwise it's just useless. So what I'm going to do is create another function here, and this is going to be text field texted change, and actually I'll just call it text field text change, and we're going to pass in a variable called text, and you can just name this anything. Make sure you pass in the variable text, and then you have to go to text field dot add action, and for UI control event we're going to set it to editing change, not value change, since editing change actually changes while it's editing, so you get a more real-time update. And then inside of here we can do UI action handler action, and then inside of here all we're going to do is going to run this function. So text field text change, and the text will just be text field dot text like that. Let's see. So okay, let's see if this works. Okay, and then once we get this data, we're just going to print a text. Alright, so let's run this, and to ignore all of these errors, they're just errors which are part of Xcode, so I can't really do anything about that. But let's go to the simulator and let's type something. So this is some text, and you can see it's updating in real time. And if you don't want that, if you have like an API service which you need to update only once the user actually clicks something, then you can just set it. Actually no, if it was like that, then all you have to do is you'd keep this, but you wouldn't actually access it. So what you can actually do is you can just create a global variable up here called var textfield text equals that, and instead of changing it here, we can just do self.textfield text is equal to textfield.text. So now we can just reference this whenever we want, and let me add in a bar button to show you guys what I mean. So let's add in a bar button item. I'm not sure if this will work, but let's just try it. So if we've added in that bar button item, we also need to reduce this by, let's just make this 40 to make space. Oh, why there's so many errors? Cannot force some option type. If we add that in, oh, I think I know what I've done wrong. This should be here. Alright, and let's run this, see if our bar button is showing. Alright, there it is. So now let's just click on this and let's set this to get text. Okay, and let's just add this in here, get text field text. Once we do this, we can just print our global variable text field text like that. Okay, so now it's not going to keep updating in real time. Well, it is, but you're not going to see it, so let's just type something. This is some random text field text, click get text, and you can see we get it. So yeah, that's how you create a text field in navigation bar. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a future tutorial. Bye!